How's everybody doing today? This is TheStormPow, and I am here to continue up on my school days series. Now, in the last video, I talked about kindergarten through 5th grade, which was my elementary school video, and now I'm here to talk about 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, which would be my middle school days. And then I'm going to have individual videos for each of my high school years, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so as for middle school for me, you might want to watch my elementary school video really quick to get a little bit of an idea, because a lot of these things are going to intertwine and, add up as the story of my life basically connects and all that stuff. But, in 6th grade, I met one of my best friends, Levi, and, I know it was me, Levi, and Wyatt that hung out a whole lot in 6th grade. And 6th grade was where I did a little bit more socially exploring, because like I said towards the end of my elementary school video, middle school is where I changed the most socially, I would say. And throughout 6th grade, I don't know, I was happy with my friends, but I just felt like finding new friends, and I don't know what exactly spurred my discontent with them. I remember in 6th grade, I don't even really remember, to be honest. I don't know what I was going with that, but I remember in 6th grade, I felt like meeting a lot of new people, and I started to hang out with some people that I didn't hang out with for very long. I tried to hang out with some new people, and I was like, okay, this isn't that great. I was like, I don't really like these people that much, and then I went kind of back to hanging out with my other friends, but I think it was because a lot of my close friends were hanging out with people that I didn't really care for. I remember there was this guy, Brandon, that I fucking hated, but he was really close friends with, a lot of my friends. He always sat with us at lunch, and he would hang out with us everywhere, and he was an annoying cum-stay, and I'm glad he moved away in 7th or 8th grade or something like that. I've hated him ever since 3rd grade or so. He's just a douchebag in general. But anyway, I remember it was kind of that stuff. I just didn't like a few of the people in my circle of friends, and it was kind of a stupid thing to do for me to try to find entirely new friends in 6th grade, but I did. And Levi was probably my best friend in 6th and 7th grade. We've kind of drifted apart since 8th grade and beyond, but, he was a really good friend of mine. He's such a cool guy. But anyway, no homo. And another thing that happened in 6th grade, I was in the band in 6th grade, and I played the trumpet, which is something that I don't talk about a whole lot. And I was actually okay. I was first string, and that's a lot for a 6th grader, considering that band was junior high and high school, because our school's really small, so we had to combine the two of them. I was first string trumpet, almost like that, which trumpet was not the most popular instrument, of course, but I was pretty decent at it. Me and Wyatt were both first and second string, because we were pretty damn good at it. I don't even mean to brag or be cocky or anything, but we were actually really good. We could really hit the high notes, and I know you guys are gonna totally laugh at this, but we were good at our finger work. But anyway, so you get the point there. And there was this girl in the band, because 6th grade was where I started to really, I guess, like girls a whole lot. I had a crush on a girl a few times in elementary school here and there, but none of them were that big. And plus, this is not my elementary school video, but the first time that I legitimately, I guess, went out on a wing for a girl was in 6th grade. And there was this girl named Samantha in the band that I really, I don't know, I kind of liked her, and, she was kind of pretty. The style of girls that I like, and I guess I've always liked, were smart girls, I guess. If a girl dressed real slutty or real incredibly preppy, I probably wouldn't be that attracted to her. But I really liked her because she seemed like a simple, ladylike, smart girl, and I just really kind of liked that, and she wasn't that bad in the personality department, and so started talking to her and all that stuff, and I told Wyatt, I was like, yeah, so I really like Samantha, and he was like, oh yeah, man, she's had a crush on me for a while. But that's how Wyatt sounds to me, because he has a really strong Southern accent. But anyway, that's beside the point. And I was like, oh, well, whatever. And I asked him, I was like, well, do you like her? And he was like, no, I don't really like her. And then I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And then so nothing really happened about that. And I had actually told Wyatt, I was like, how about you ask Samantha out for me, because I was such a chicken, I couldn't do it myself. So I told him, and he asked her, and she said yes, and I was like, fuck yeah, that was first girlfriend, 6th grade. I thought that was so cool, and started hanging out with her a little bit. We went together for like a week, I think it was, and there was a dance coming up, of course, very conveniently timed, and I was like, well, yeah, you know, I'll take you to the dance and everything, and she was like, yeah, sure, we'll do that. Day of the dance, the dance was going to be after school, and day of the dance, she told me I think at lunch or something, she just told me she never really liked me, and that she was kind of using me to get to Wyatt. And you can imagine that my little heart was just absolutely crushed. My first girlfriend wasn't really my girlfriend, and I'm way over that now, but I was absolutely devastated then. And so I pretty much faked sick so that way I could leave home that day because I didn't want to go to the dance. And, you know, the next day at school, she asked me, she was like, where were you at the dance? And I was like, I just left. That's what I told her. I was like, I left. I looked at her. I gave her that look like, what the fuck do you think I did, bitch? I wasn't just going to sit there and watch you, you know, oogle over my best friend. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? But that's really about all that happened in 6th grade. I was on the school newspaper for that year. 7th grade, next to nothing happened except a guy named Chase moved to my school in the 7th grade, and you guys will hear about him in the high school video. I didn't really like Chase that much when he first came here, because he was, like, ridiculously nerdy. And 7th grade was also when I was kind of trying to still meet some new friends and everything. And I remember Chase was very, very nerdy when he first came to school, but now he's a really good friend of mine. Not so nerdy anymore, but he sat down next to me in 7th grade in our science class, and he, like, told me I think he asked me a little bit about myself, trying to get to know me, because he really wanted to make new friends, and I'm a nice guy, so I was just talking to him. He was like, well, what kind of games do you play? And I was like, because I guess he kind of assumed that I play video games, I guess, and I was like, well, you know, I play this and this and that, and he was like, well, I play RuneScape and World of Warcraft and everything, and I was like, oh my god. I mean, I had a RuneScape phase at one point, but that was a while ago, and I was just like, yeah, cool. You know, and he had glasses on. He looked like a very stereotypical nerd. He doesn't wear glasses now, but, you know, and he was a very scrawny little motherfucker. Like, he was the definition of a nerd then, and, you know, I was still nice to him and stuff, but I don't know, I just didn't really like him that much, I guess, and I don't even really know why. I don't remember why I didn't like him, but I didn't make a very strong attempt to get to know him. And I also became really good friends with a guy named Kiefer in 7th grade, and Kiefer is like an insane guy. Like, he is just, he's fucked up in the head, but in a good way, I guess. He's hilarious, one of the funniest guys I've ever met, and he's not afraid to do crazy shit, but me and him became really good friends there. We're not quite as close now, but we're still pretty tight. Trying to remember anything else. 8th grade, really not a ton happened, but 8th grade I was still kind of exploring myself socially, getting out of my awkwardness and all that stuff. I was trying to meet a special lady at some point because, you know, I'm a hopeless romantic, I'll go ahead and say. And I really wanted to have a girl to love and to be a nice guy to. But, you know, especially in middle school, I was average looking at best. You know, I was kind of chubby. I've lost a lot of weight since then, which is, I would say, has helped me out romantically now to the point to where I can do the things that I've done. You know, to where I can actually get a girl now. But, and I'm not as awkward as I was back then. But, you know, 8th grade was kind of just me still exploring myself socially. And I remember right at about the end of the 8th grade, I had told myself, fuck everything. I had told myself, I'm done trying to meet new friends. I was like, this is not it. I was like, for my entire middle school career, I had been trying to meet new people. And by then, I just realized I was so content with the friends that I had at that point. And that should be a lesson to you guys. You know, if you've had friends since kindergarten, don't fucking ditch them, because I honestly feel awful for trying to find new friends. Like, I still talk to them in middle school, but I just wanted something different. And, you know, Brandon had moved away by then, and, I mean, he wasn't enough to keep me from my friends anyway. It was just a lot of things like that. Just a couple of people in the circle that I didn't really like, and I just wanted something different. And by the end of 8th grade, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This is not good, because just a lot of the people that I tried to hang out with, I didn't like them as much as I liked my friends. So I went back to Wyatt, Jesse, Levi, and a couple other people that I haven't mentioned in these videos, but are still pretty good friends of mine. And, you know, And because I thought, you know what, high school's not going to be that easy, but I want a crew of some of my best friends to go into high school with. So, yeah, so that's basically what happens. Middle school, not a ton happened, as you guys can tell by this video, but, you know, did a lot of social exploring and a lot of social experiences that could have been a little easier or different. But nonetheless, everything happens for a reason, if you ask me. I am a fatalist, and, anyway, I guess that's it, and you guys can stay tuned for my freshman... Oh, yeah, that reminds me. One thing, at the end of 8th grade, we had these incentive day things, and, we, basically... We all, like everyone in the entire middle school went to go watch a movie or whatever in the library or in the auditorium or something, and we did that a few times a year. And on one of the last days of school, Levi and I talked to these two young ladies named Angel and Hope. And they were 7th graders at the time that we were 8th graders, and I will talk a little bit more about them both in the high school video. So... that is about it for this video, I guess, and yeah, for now I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye!
Come on, guys, let's go. Let's take them all out. Down to 2. It's down to 2.